now to the Sequoia National Park. We've taken a rent-a-car and we're driving on the I-95, which is essentially an interstate highway. So we are heading towards the north of California. And yeah, we could just pan the camera a bit and give you a glimpse of the roads. So it was pretty smooth to get a car from Hertz, and for those of you who have a UAE driver's license, you all can use the same to get a car. And yeah, it's about a 3-hour drive for us now, so more when we enter into the prettier part of California.
You can also rent a car on an Indian driver's license, a valid Indian driver's license. Once you get out of Los Angeles airport, there are shuttle services from all top rent-a-car companies like Hertz, Budget, National, Enterprise that will take you to their yard. There's a little bit of documentation process and then you can pick up your car and head out. Credit card is a must when you're renting a car, so please ensure you carry your credit cards, your international credit cards.
So finally we are here at the Super 8, sort of a motel off the highway, and we got here earlier in the evening, but just stepped out now just to explore the space around me. And yeah, it's quite comfortable. It's a very spacious room that we've got, and it's just off this is the highway that will take us to the national park, the Sequoia National Park. So we're going to head there tomorrow morning. And the place is called Super 8. So if you plan to do a self-drive,
This is a good option, well priced, spacious rooms and closer to the market.
Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to another day. We are now heading towards the Sequoia National Park, which is roughly an hour's drive from where we're staying. So we have left at about 8:15 local time, and hopefully we get there before 9:30. So a little bit of what the road looks like. It's a 2-lane road. The speed limit is about 55 miles per hour, and seems like there's not a lot of traffic going in towards Sequoia, so hopefully it should be a comfortable visit for us. We're going to spend the entire day there and then return in the evening. So more once we get there, but for now just leaving you with the view of California. So I think the one thing that I really highly recommend for someone who's visiting the US for the first time like us is that you really keep some time to explore these nature parks, national parks. The US is full of it, whether it's the West Coast, East Coast, however you want to plan it, that I leave it to you, but totally spend at least 2 or 3 days exploring this kind of landscape, because you don't get that, especially if you're coming from a city like where we stay, or even if you're coming from somewhere in Bombay or Delhi. All of these places, you are used to a very city vibe, and when you come down here, you just begin to appreciate nature even more, and you just sort of just the leisure, you know, when you talk about being a leisurely drive, this is what is a leisurely drive, across the bends and in between the hills. So try and do that. And self-drive is a great option. Like I said yesterday, just you need to acclimatize to the driving style. Everybody drives properly. They follow lane discipline. Nobody honks. Nobody tailgates. Nobody would overtake incorrectly. So that way everybody drives well. But for those who are not used to driving on the other side of the road, that's something that you need to familiarize yourself with. Otherwise, it's a great drive in my opinion. again, everyone. So we're just about short of 3 miles to get into Sequoia Park, and we refueled our vehicle at the last gas station. It was a Chevron gas station. Now, just everybody who wants to drive in the US, remember that there are no petrol pump attendants. Everything is self-service. The US is pretty much self-service, so it's a do-it-yourself model. And the first time at a gas station can be a bit overwhelming because you're expected to pull out the nozzle and then insert it in the car tank and then fill it up. So the easy way to do it is, because your international credit card may or may not work, just go into the store, speak to the person, give him whatever money you want to fill fuel for, so maybe $20 or $30 depending on your car gas tank capacity, and he will preset it on the particular fuel bunk. So just go to that bunk, remove the nozzle, put it in your car. You'll have to tap the 3 fuel grades. So there's premium, there is basic, and something else. So depending on your choice, just press that and then you can start filling the car, and at $20 the nozzle will stop filling. I think that's the best way to do it, because it kind of saves you the hassle of entering all your credit card details. And one tip is, there are fuel pumps I've heard inside Sequoia National Park, but we're not sure where that could be. So try and keep a full tank before you enter. There may not be mobile network inside, so your dependency on Google Maps will kind of reduce. The forest team rangers will give you a map, and the entrance to that place is $35. So that's something that you should factor in. But other than that, the drive is smooth. The bends are quite sharp, so don't be relaxed while driving. Just be a bit alert. Sorry, when I say relaxed, I meant just be alert while driving. And also, the one big thing is, do not carry or keep any food items in the car, because bears apparently are known to break into cars and take that away. So ensure that you keep your car clean. Avoid any food stuff. Also, if you want to buy food, buy it at that gas station that I told you of, Chevron. There you could pick up something very basic stuff like cookies and biscuits and all of those things. So yeah, that's a bit for now, and once we enter the national park, I'll give you all more updates. So that is the entrance now to the Sequoia National Park, and quite a number of cars that have lined up, but still not too bad. And one more tip is, don't come on a weekend. Weekends get really crowded, so you rather plan this on a weekday so that you're able to cover off more and also away from people. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. We have a $35 entry fee.
Sure.
One moment. Sir, I'm going to need your PIN.
No problem.
Thank you. Here's your card back. Let me get you your pass.
Thank you.
All right, here is your map and guide. The receipt is your pass, valid through July 26th.
Thank you. Thank you
Have a
so
good
much.
day.
You too. Thank you. Bye. Finally entered the Sequoia National Park, which again, everyone. So we are up almost 6,000 feet into the Sequoia National Park, and like you can see, the bends are sharp and steep, and we're expected to really follow lane discipline and the speed limits. But just the drive is beautiful, and if I can just show you the driver ahead of me. The drive is beautiful. The weather could have been better, but we're hoping that once we go further up, the weather begins to improve. But yeah, like I mean, I might sound repetitive, but you should definitely keep a national park in your itinerary when you're coming down to the US. Yeah. So what you see behind me are the giant trees, and this is the giant tree forest inside National Park. And we're up 6,000 feet, and the air feels really pure. The weather could have been better, but still, I mean, I think this is a great feeling just to be amidst nature. And of course, that's the car that has got us here. So yeah, we're right in the middle of the jungle, and we've just come down for this trail. Just a few tips for people who come here for the first time is that don't try and wander off on your own somewhere, because there are bears around, so you need to be careful of that. Ensure that if you do go on some trails, there are people around you, so that if you do encounter some danger, which is bears essentially, you at least have people who can help you. There are a few what do you say, there are a few ways of dealing with them. Of course, not like I'm an experienced guy dealing with bears, but please read through all of that. And yeah, just the landscape and this wilderness is here. We're almost coming to the end of the day, and we decided to do this trail to Moro Rock, which is the highest point in the Sequoia forest, from where you can actually entire range. And the good part is there's a shuttle service that brings you to the foothills, sorry, to the starting point, and from here you can just walk these steps. That could tire you a bit, but we're just super excited to get a breathtaking view of this
once in a lifetime experience.
Didn't really take that long.
Up until there. You want to go? This is getting tiring. We're almost there. Point. We made it to the edge of the Moro Rock, the highest point, at least accessible to us today. And what a view, what an experience. Mind you, there are a lot of steps to climb and you will feel a little out of breath. Take a few pauses, but do try and come up here because the view from here is something that I don't think you can capture as well. Hello again everyone. So we finally finished an exhausting and enriching day today at Sequoia. We really loved it and it was a good value add or an add-on to our itinerary. So we are starting our downhill descent towards the hotel where we were staying. I just wanted to give a little quick tip here for everybody who wants to self-drive, and specifically when you're coming downhill. Engage the car in L mode. So there are two modes that you see. There's D and L. Engage the car in L mode, so you won't have to use as much as of the brake. And this is a valuable tip that I read on the website of Sequoia. And the reason for that is that if you see the sort of elevation, it's pretty steep. So if you keep using brakes, you can see the car ahead of me that's using brakes, which means he's driving on D mode. There's a high chance that your brakes get overheated and brakes may fail. So in order to avoid a situation like that, engage in L mode. Your car will feel a little weird. You'll feel that it's pulling, but I think it's more like it's a manual mode and you're on a lower gear. So try and do that, and that should hopefully hold on to your brakes and not let them overheat up until the drive is done. Good morning everyone, and welcome back, and we're on our way now to LA. We left our hotel at about 8:15 in the morning. We stopped for a quick refueling break and a breakfast break, and now we're on our way back to LA. We're expected to return the car before 1 p.m. so we hopefully make it in time. Nothing much, just a quick call out is that try and ensure that you refuel your car at given petrol stations. There are plenty of them on the road, so make sure you do that. Yes,
just observe lane discipline, just ensure that you follow speed limits, because the traffic can be quite overwhelming when you're on a freeway. So try and drive safe, and more once we get to LA. Then last 2 days of this wonderful trip, so trying to squeeze in as much as we can before we fly back to Dubai.
We're back to LA, the rent-a-car station. We're just inspecting the vehicle. You should also do that. Ensure you inspect the vehicle, probably keep photos and video of how you've returned the vehicle, because all rent-a-car companies charge a deposit which is refundable subject to the return of the car. So it's good for you to have a record as well.